Good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Poetry Corner on the Let's Talk Network. Um, I am your host, Edwina. I'm so sorry. I just got dumbfounded for a minute. I'm your host, Edwina. I'm joined by my co hosts, Q and King. And our guest today is Call Me Boo. And also two of our regular guests, La Perla Negra and Nicole R. Brookins. Good evening, you guys. How are you all doing?
Everything cool.
Hello, good evening.
Happy to be here.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us tonight. Um, we're going to kick it off the way we normally kick it off with a little bit of poetry. Our topic for tonight is heart to heart. So, any matters of the heart poetry is welcome tonight. Um, how about we start with you, King? Are you ready for us?
No, but I will be.
Oh goodness.
All right. This piece I title Heart to Heart. Only way to give you is surely to receive without the greed. Ma, go ahead and grieve. I had to take a leave. What you and I believe is not the same. Weird terrain. Where I walk for you is strange. Also face the pain. Mirrors don't lie. Take a strong look and see. Deep inside of you, therefore your conscience is set free. I'm from a street called What You Talking About and Never Return Ave. Whatever you thought we have never was in the past. This is not a cold draft seeping and entering your door. This is that pay attention shit. Please absorb it in your core. Try to be friendly, but you're trying to possess my energy. Through my blind eye vision, send you a feeling differently. Memory of Joe will leave slow from who I am now. It's King Atterbury from 2019, Clear the Clouds. While you waiting in the rain for change, I'm in a view of women that bring something special to a place where I'm comfortable. King.
Okay, way to start off.
Thank you.
Nice. Definitely kicking it off, right? All right, we're going to go over to La Perla Negra.
Okay. This is called Her Regret. I thought there was time left to mend it. So I made that effort to look one last time. But when I turned and reached for the hourglass, all the sand had fallen to the bottom already. And it just shattered at my hand's touch. Trying to turn it over, hoping we could start over. Now my heart is just like that broken hourglass, left in tiny broken pieces. Only I can't remove the slivers of pain from my hand because they're deep inside my core. We were done this time. I was so sure. But the truth is, I ran too far from my gift I was being given because I'd become unsure if we was good for me. Creating more than a cracked relationship, this is beyond repair. Making me sorry my heart and soul gave up because you can't get back the time once it's gone. Now the we is just a gentle whisper of a thought carried away on the wind. And like the leaves falling in fall to the ground, all I can do through my regret is look and reminisce on what was supposed to be appreciation of his richness in realness of love. It is said, do not have regrets, just learn lessons. Well, my lesson in this, I'm still learning. So though I will never speak on my love's loss, perhaps to those who can see thoughts and emotions through brightened skies and open eyes, the dreary, depressing blue story behind my eyes will teach. And that's that piece.
Yes, ma'am.
Appreciate that.
All right.
Love it.
Beautiful.
Very
All
lovely.
right. All right. Thank you so much for that piece. We're going to go over to our new guest, Boo, tonight. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. So, everyone else here has been previously a part of the show, and this is the first time we were able to get you on. So, I'm very happy to welcome you tonight.
I'm very
Yeah,
happy to be here.
that's great. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? How long have you been writing? And, tell us a little bit about how your journey has been going.
Hmm. I've been writing for 13 years, and my brother is like pretty well known in like the New York spoken word like circle. So I've always just kind of been like an underground writer. I just started like performing and putting out work maybe like 5, 6 years ago. I published a book and then like got comfortable on the stage.
Nice.
And actually, I'm working on a second book right now, but we've been saying that for a few months now. So
You're on it. I know it. I see your content. You're evolving. Definitely see it. Congratulations on your second project. What's the name of your first project? So you can, put it out
the
there.
name
So
of my first book is Two Sides of the Same Coin.
two sides of the same coin. And it's under
hmm
your full name or your pen name?
It's under Bolu Okubanja. It's only available on Amazon Kindle. That's why I
Okay.
don't promote it so much.
Oh, so should definitely. I know I'm I'm a fan. I'm definitely a fan. I'm very happy to have you. So would you like to share one of your beautiful pieces with us tonight?
Yes, I would.
Okay,
Since the
perfect.
theme is heart to heart, I chose a heart to heartbreak poem. Um, this poem is called Black Truth. I hate you and all your black truths. Could never find the gray between your white lines, past your secure lines in dark waters. Could break you into halves and light quarters. I just wanted to part your red seas, to calm your waves and bring in your tide. So I dove and I swam graceful mermaid strokes, laughing to peaceful man-made jokes, and I swallowed your salt. Let your seas salt my skin and soothe my sorrows. Eyes so red I couldn't find my tomorrows. So savory a poison, so gentle a weapon. And you pulled me in. Told me I could float if I gave you all of me, a black truth. And I gave. And I drowned in your white lies, for you were nothing but a shallow pool, killing me with your chemical and claiming to clean my soul, but slowly releasing your poison. I hate you and your selfish skin, and how it made me crave your selfish sin. You and your hopeful guile, your ensuring gaze and boastful smile, here soaked in your chemical. Eyes red from burning, skin drained, soul tired. I ripped myself from your pull, but the cycle continued, and each and every time I dove and I swam with illusions that your poison had turned salt, that the torment would this time halt and would heal all the hurts you've caused. But then sudden realization, I paused. Your white lies and black truths had no gray. And as long as I swam, I would be in disarray. So firmly now I say, I hate you and all your black truths. And I've never wanted to find the gray between your white lies.
You better come on.
Okay.
All
Yes.
right. Okay.
Love it.
Give you an applause.
Woo.
Nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. So thank you so much. I really just love the way you meld inanimate objects with the emotions behind your pieces. It's just so beautiful, so very beautiful. Thank you.
Definitely.
All
Appreciate
right.
hearing that.
Yes. All right. So I guess I'll share a piece now, and I think I'm going to take the same direction that you guys did. This piece, something had changed. I know everything does and nothing stays the same, but at some point we stop shooting straight and start subscribing to the game. Yeah, it's the game. There is nothing else to blame for what two unfulfilled hearts will do, becoming one just to maintain. We both started out knowing the value in each other's eyes. Like, I knew that you were a smartass, and I knew that you were fly. And I knew that you were a rocket man with ambitions for the sky. And I was your muse, your rocket fuel with a pardon of these thighs. What I didn't know was that a fangirl ain't the mindset of a wife. What I didn't know is that to really love you, I had to love me twice. That's one time for the big girl, one for the little one inside. All I knew was just being here to revel in your glow was a get in where I fit in vibe, leave well enough alone. That fit into an image that I hope you would condone. That accept shit I didn't fuck with just as long as you came home. That forget the way you feel inside, that man's your backbone. In retrospect, that might have been where it all went wrong. I was moving as if without you I didn't have one of my own, but something had changed. It ain't start out this way. I remember how I felt the first time ever I saw your face. I remember the tender touches, the attention, and the care. I remember going into empty places knowing I'd find you there. I remember slow dancing on rose petals dressed in nothing but a smile. I remember feeling wanted in ways that I hadn't in a while. I remember the feel of landing and the grace of being your girl. I remember that what we had I remember when what we shared was everything in my world, but something had changed. I mean, I know everything does and nothing stays the same, but at some point we stop shooting straight and start subscribing to the game. We started out expecting that we needed a better half, then the roads in life got twisty and so did the math. Add two new chicks a secret, divide your attention and your time. Add some compromise, act civilized, pretend that everything is fine. When you run up all the numbers, it equals out to be the same. Two people toxically in love playing mind games, but something had changed. The game was to blame. When a sister doesn't love herself, she seeks it in his name. When a brother doesn't love himself the way a man should love a man, expectations and delusions tend to ruin everything. Do you already feel royal before they call you king or queen? Are you coming to the table knowing everything you bring? Commitment scares a man who doesn't feel quite whole inside, and submission is martyrdom to sisters lacking in self pride, both holding on to the exit doors, claiming they're taken for a ride. This game will have you on gas and him on blast to a two run down the fight. And that's that piece.
I love that.
I love that. Forget to snap, so I'll give you a round of applause.
I love that.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you so much. All right, we'll move over to the beautiful Nicole.
Thank you.
Mhm.
All right. So coming on the end, so I guess gotta do a little something. I call this one open mic night. She walked slowly to the stage with each step so precise. As she got to the mic, she tapped on it twice. Can everyone hear me okay? Good. I have some stuff I need to say. Now, by the time I step down, you'll be seeing things in a somewhat different way. I will try to be as brief as I can, so listen up, grab something to write on, and get your pen in hand. I got a few gems for you to collect. Later on, when I'm finished, you could take them to ponder and reflect. A woman may say so much without even saying a word. Your job is to pick up on it as if it were something you actually heard. The nod of the head and the bite of the lip can be the biggest sign of danger you could possibly get. There could be a long breath or even a slight sigh. It's possible she just caught you in a lie with your last reply. She might sit back with her arms in a tight fold, all the while quiet to not let on that she knows the real story which you tried to remold. Now hold up. Don't start getting all defensive and throwing your hands up in the air. I'm just trying to speak on some things my sisters have been trying to convey and make you aware. So don't get uptight thinking I'm taking you down a dark and negative path. I'm not done yet and have a little more time to address the kinder and tender things that don't display any type of wrath. Take note when she starts to blush and soften up with your slightest touch. Notice the look in her eyes that say that the affection you give her is never too much. Check out her face and recognize how her eyes light up when you're near. Hold her close when she might gasp or even show that she has the tiniest amount of fear. Gaze deeply at her and observe that wrinkle in her brow or the smallest twist of her frame. Speak nicely to her and always be careful of the words you exclaim. Pay attention to the actions, not just the words she tends to utter. Get in tune with your woman so that you can better love her. And on that note, my time is up. I bid you a good night, and may your relationships have the best of luck. Then she took a step back, looked into the crowd. She clasped her hands, lowered her head in a bow. She stepped off the stage knowing her work was finished, and she prayed that any broken relationship would be replenished. In peace.
Oh, so
All right,
beautiful.
Nicole.
All right, Nicole.
Applause on that.
I love that.
Thank you.
All right. So, King, do you have another piece for us?
Yes, actually, I do.
Okay.
This piece I title March into April When I Face You. My shots never rim, it's all net when I speak to you. Keep my vibe well aligned so I won't have to ask you. Expression shows the frequency is raw and unique. Allow my unfamiliar technique to widen your nice cheeks. While your eyes tell a story that I can search and find, hoping that it match mine and we can be fine. Can I dance with your emotions and hold your thoughts softly? Present myself nicely instead of the ones that's naughty? Gentlemen with warm hands who can hold a precious heart, so delicate and tender, remove doubt, sparking sparks. Idea of getting to know you as you learn about me. Address me as King or Joel Atterbury, the author of a poetry, host of your own show. Whisper some kind words of hope so that we'll both know. A creative side of us discuss intentions and connection. There are blessings in some lessons. That's why we ask questions. King.
All right, MC. All right.
Thanks.
That's what's up. Nice. So, all right. Danielle, we're going to move over. La Perla Negra, I'm sorry. We're going to move over to you now.
Okay. All right. This is called Open to Me. In time, you may come to see some of my tears seep through the cracks of old wounds. Not because I haven't healed, but because there will always be remnants of residue through the ruins across my heart. And I know that you'll want to know what they did to hurt me so you don't step on a landmine. And if you ask me how many heartbreaks I've endured, baby, I've lost count. But don't be afraid to open to me. My heart has always been and shall remain a safe place to love, and I will always clear a path for you because my light brightens when you come into view. Being in your presence is as if time freezes for a moment, just long enough to allow me the pleasure of being held captive in your magnificence. All the while, my heart gleefully greets you in secret. The sight of you is mouth-watering and awakens the animalistic crave from deep within. So I close my eyes and inhale, because I swear that I can smell you when you're not around. I'm so drawn to you, like the sweetest drug, and I'm addicted. It is said, where true love's light burns, desire is love's pure flame. Where I don't just want to experience the extremes of your love, I want to become them. Open to me, and I will face my fear and walk through them with all. Open to me, and I will face my fear and walk through with all that I am. Open to me, and let's ride this passion until our hearts are contented. Open to me, and know that this is your safe space. That's that piece.
Yeah. Oh my
All
God.
right, all right.
That's my favorite. I love that.
Thank
Oh,
you.
all right. Okay, Bo, we're going to spin around to you again.
Okay. This one is called He Loves Me.
Okay.
He loves me. He loves me even in the dark. Calls me beautiful, tells me I am his light. Even in the dark, I feel the spark. Even in the dark, I give him sight. He sings me sane. And when I'm hurting, he cuddles my pain. And when I'm spiraling, he strokes my crazy. He looks me in my eyes. Searches depths that I myself fear to explore. Tells me they're beautiful and makes me look at them more. In these moments, I know he sees my soul. In these moments, I feel oh so whole. I wear his love on my neck. I clutch its chain when I'm a wreck. He plays with my strings, tugs and pulls, and says all the right things. I hesitate to say I'm in love because I'm cautious about these things, but he loves me even in the dark. Stares at me like I'm all he sees. Holds my hand like a precious gem and holds my heart even better. He loves the way I fall asleep, rocks me swiftly till I sink in deep. He gives me peace, calms my mind and satiates my soul, compliments all the parts of me that are whole. He lassos my crazy. His love teaches me balance and control. He completes my symphony. He completes my symphony, accentuates it beautifully, strikes all the right nerves and curves, strikes all the right nerves and chords, completely gets me without a word, completely appreciates my curves, and all the reasons continue to stack. He loves me, but I'm not sure if I love him back.
Oh my goodness. Oh, beautiful stuff. Oh,
I like that.
she said he lassos my crazy. I love that. I love it. Love it. Thank you so much. All right. I'm going to read a piece that I'm calling Big Belly Jukebox. It's your music that moves me. It's the overture that plays and the curvature that is your Cupid's bow, and the symphony in every soliloquy you speak to me. You feed me, you charge me like an electric guitar. You spit bars that send me to the edge of the galaxy and give me a courtside view of a sky full of stars. You touch the turntable softly, laying your stylus gently upon my record, a connection so staccato, electric, and violent. Your treble is so perfect that I can hear your silence. Wow. Look at you. You're amazing in your own special pitch, part perfection, part manly, raffish wit. You got a way about you that feels like Art Dada, like Mingus in a pork pie hat. You're the swell in my aria. Damn, you entice me. I want you beside me. It be your music that moves me. Your tune sets my song free. I'll be the boom if you'll be the bip. I drink you in like lover spit. It covers me. I'm caught up in it. The ride of your rhythm is worth the admission to play in your whiskers like Santana tickles the Gibson. I want to straddle your Stradivarius. You be savant, master of the V in my virtuoso and the O in my overflow. whatever you want. God body MC, color me lyrically Picasso, then blow on that thing, tickle my backbone like Coltrane on the saxophone. Use your fingers, play what you want. It's whatever you like. Thelonious Monk, 24 karat cocoa body, cut a godly figure from the blueness of moonlight, the newness of new night. This moment that's just right round my corners, round midnight as the moon and your low tide tugs at my inside. You be Fela Kuti, blossom in the back of my throat like sweet cherry wine and good ganja smoke. It's worth the bruises. It's worth every cent to be in your concert, to learn from your hand, to heed in response to your every command. I'm your one woman's mosh pit, poised for your next hit. It's your music that I'm addicted to, and I can never get enough of it. And that's that piece.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Definitely was nice. I like that.
Thank you. All right, Nicole, we're going to move back around to you.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So close to along that line. Let's see. And this is Gambling Heart. First things first, let me put all the cards onto the table. I must confess to you what thoughts encompass my mind. Although I'm a little hesitant of the way you could respond, it is necessary that I continue. Because I consider the various moments shared, and I come to realize that I don't want them to end. No, I don't covet all of your time. However, I do wish that you could offer a small fragment of it without a request. There is no way to explain how I feel when you're around, or how you always seem to create a smile on my face as well as my heart. Sometimes I sense that I'm somewhat selfish, though, because when you're near, I'd rather not see you depart from me. But I understand when you pull away and are cautious of being with me. I suppose it's because some of your past relationships let you down. Just realize that I'm not here to hurt or crush you. I only hope to enhance your life by being there when you might need an attentive listener, or maybe a shoulder or body to lean on. I desire to touch your deepest feelings and cast rays of light over all the darkness you've ever felt. So, permit me to stroke your intellect, soothe your physical needs, and cradle your emotions as if they were mine. In effort to heal any ache that has been placed on your heart before, let me take on the role as your physician. I could prescribe the medicine for your cure. Allow me to be your masseuse so I can massage away the previous pain. Wait, I must pause to acknowledge that I may be a little forward by sharing my sentiments. If I am, please forgive me and accept my most sincere and profound apology. In the event that you don't feel as I do, take note that I do not retreat or give up so easily. Knowing this, make sure your escape route is thought out carefully, and be warned, because I intend to form a blockade and put you under siege, at least until you surrender your heart to me. In peace.
Wow.
It was the at
Applause
least
in
for
that.
me.
Glad.
At least until you surrender your heart. Like, at least.
Surrender your heart and give it to me.
Thank you.
No question. That was very dope. I think that was my first
I
time hearing
like
that
that
piece.
too.
It's really beautiful. All right. Just
Yeah.
want to acknowledge all of the people in the chat that are giving us our interactions and giving flowers to the poets and all of your work. Thank you guys for interacting with us tonight.
No
All
doubt.
right. Before we hit another round, I have a question for you guys. All right. When you enter, or if you are in a relationship or in love, when it comes to matters of the heart, do you go head first or heart first? King, what do you think?
You gonna put me on blast like that?
You're the first in the cipher to jump on the wheel.
Well, I live a certain lifestyle.
Mm,
Multiple women. No, I'm just like no.
you Billy D.
I like the oh polygamous. Don't call me out now. No, I'm just like
Okay.
no. I like to have conversation first to see where the connection is instead of just like diving right in. When you dive right in, you're opening the door for problems. You're gonna open the door that you can't close. You know what I mean? So your intentions got to be on point. With the communication, the understanding. So no, I don't dive right in. I might dive into conversation, but I don't just dive right in. I always got the life preserver with me. You know what I mean? Just in case.
Just in case.
Yeah, just in case get lost in the water. You know what I mean? On the flow.
Don't get lost in Nicole's last poem, because.
Oh no, I'm a good floater. Good swimmer too.
Oh, that's awesome.
In all aspects. No.
All right now. All right. Look for La Negra before King said something that move on over to you.
What was the question again?
When it comes to matter of the heart, do you believe in going in head first or heart first?
Now, after all my experiences in different relationships, not just romantic relationships, but any relationship, my heart is always in it, but I think first now. I use my head first now because I get tired of getting hurt. And it builds a protective barrier to keep me from diving in and just be like, oh, it's the sun, the moon, and the stars before I even get to know the person. So it's head over heart now. And that's just the way that I am now. Before it used to be like, oh, this is all of me. No, you got to work for it now. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. I totally understand that perspective. Love that. Thank you for your response. All right, Bo. I think you're the youngest among us. Do you still go with your heart first or your head first? You're a smart one.
I'm a head first kind of gal. This
first.
heart could take a back seat. Because if it don't make sense up here, it's never gonna make sense over here. Like, no matter how good it feels, like my brain is always gonna be like, girl, you being mad dumb. Like, stop being dumb.
At least you got it early. I love that answer. I think for me, now I'm definitely more of a head first person. I'd love to put my heart first. I would love to go heart first into things when it comes to different people, and to be able to just experience a pure connection without having to be like, okay, well, this looks funny, or like for me, I'll overanalyze every different nuance of a person before I get into it. But yeah, we definitely have to be head first and cautious, I believe. What's your opinion, Nicole?
I agree with everyone. The head first, because that heart, let me tell you, wow, I ain't built for that life to be locked up. So
to be locked up.
I'm gonna go with the head first, because that heart, I'm telling you, once you get a certain age, you done been played around with so many times. Neighbor, you know what I'm talking about. You have a low tolerance. Like, look.
Girl, you preaching to the choir. Trust me, I understand. I tell my kids, I hope you got bail money, because all I got is bill money. I'm trying to tell
you. Let me just go to jail dorm Monday through Thursday, so I ain't got bill. Because, like I said, I ain't built for that life. I ain't trying to be like this girl.
Oh my gosh. I should have known Nicole's answer was going to be. I see how you feel. I totally do. All right. Let's come back with another round of poetry. We're going to start again with King.
Bail money, huh? Maybe I should title this piece Bail Money.
Ooh.
Just wing it out there. No, I'm just kidding. But this piece I title, If I Speak, They're Faithful. Possible reincarnation of those that didn't care. Still hold my father's spirit. Please don't come near. Yes, I'm intellectual when I'm standing next to you. If I'm sitting in your view, then I'm feeling sexual. My appetite very fair. That perfume that you wear has me transforming like a suffocating man with plenty of air. Back to life, your beauty, right unknown place, feel good. As it really should in your presence, I'm feeling hooked. Can't get enough of you. I know you feel the same. How about we make music like windy, heavy rain, hitting a window pane, light a candle, and enjoy. Nice conversation with ice cream and chips ahoy. Company of two, fresh and new, we can get used to. Let's always be truthful. Honesty is fruitful. Alleviate our worries by having lots of fun. Open up the mystery of moon stars, and while I'm sitting here, just like the sun, King.
Love ice cream.
Yeah.
Joy.
Yes.
All right.
Some sweets, nice treats for the sweets.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay.
Oh, Lord is on his way in.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay. And La Perla Negra, I just wanted to ask you before you spit your next piece, do you have to get going?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave after I spit this piece because I gotta get over to the what is it? I don't know, War Council, I think it is tonight.
Okay.
I'm
All
pretty
right. And
sure.
what, just let us know what else you have going on as well before you start your piece.
Okay, alternating Saturday nights, with Poetic. I am in Poetic Therapy, where I had co-host with Stan the Man Phillips, and that's a place where you can come and relieve some mental stress through some open mic poetry and some healthy conversation. Wednesday nights at 9, I'm one half host of the Love Zone, where I co-host with my sultry voice diva, Miss VIP. Now the topic's up in the air, but I'm pretty sure whatever we come up with, y'all gonna love it. So y'all come on by Wednesday night and get caught up in the Love Zone. Back to you.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that. So I'm going to give you the mic back and let you spit that beautiful piece for us.
All right. Thank you. This is called Renewal is Coming. In the midst of winter's flow, the embering of leaves fall as fall leaves. Tawny hues of once rich green life that danced with the wind lie huddled on frost-layered soil, whispering in the welcoming of the cold. A time for release. Renewal is coming. Wounds left from blades burned by experience are now just stains of the past, and I am now age's transparent beauty left open for love. True love grows best in the soil of emotions passionately expressed. So bless me with your transparency. There is no darkness here, because I am receptive to truth, and my love will never prick like the thorns of past roses you picked from different gardens. Allow me to comfort you. I want you to love me without fear, because I know that the waterfalls that come from the most pain aren't the ones you see flooding your eyes. Wait a minute. Sorry, y'all, my tablet moved. I lost my spot. Okay. They're the hidden ones falling from your heart. Allow me to be your peace in a world that is unkind. Know that the sweetness of my nectar never sours, and here is where you can always quench your thirst. God is at the center of this partnership, so your heart is safe with me, because it will always be in his hands first. Now, I can't heal you, but I offer you a healthy space to work on it. So release your spirit to the comfort I'll provide. Make my heart your home and grow with me. Because not only will I love you with everything in me on your good days, but I will even harder when you're at your worst, because I am your number one fan. And that's that piece.
Oh, that was so beautiful. I love
All right,
way to
all
send
right.
us off. Thank you so much for joining us
Appreciate
tonight,
that.
La Perla Negra.
Definitely.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
See you
Everybody
next
have a good
time.
one.
See you next time. Peace, love, and
It was nice
poetry.
Peace, love,
meeting
and
you.
poetry.
Same here, love. Take care.
All right, that was a beautiful send off. Okay, we're gonna spin back around to you, Boo.
Okay. This piece is one of my favorites. It's called Lost Boys.
Okay.
Please, please don't call me when your day has ended. If you're hoping I'll come crawling and end up on knees bended when all you have left to give is an empty space in your bed, talking that late night sweet shit, hoping for some head. Please. Please don't call me when your day has ended, when all you have left to give are false ties and strong rope, hoping I'll cave and give you some skin to grope. Been thinking about you, my ass, baby boy, I've heard that line, so please move on, don't waste my time. You see, I'm cautious because I held his hand through the cold months of the winter. You see, I gave him warmth, I gave his cold heart shelter. I was a ticking time bomb with wires so crossed, but he kissed me so good, my soul got lost. He understood my lack of sanity. Said normal was for the birds and crazy made me sanctity. He drove me sane, made sense of my pain while I gave him warmth in the cold months of winter. Let him home with my body a shelter. See, I let him meet my trauma. Talked about him to my mama. Then spring sprung, we danced with the warmth of the sun for a second. We were meant to be for a moment, and then he left. He left a stain, a crack, a crick in my fucking back. I was paralyzed. More than a heartbreak, I went mental. But I hurt and I healed and I moved the fuck on. It was 3 a.m. when he called me again. I picked up worry, then he kept on calling. Rekindled emotional intimacy based on lies and painful fallacies. A warm body to hold and tender lips to kiss. See someone to call when his world was amiss. A healing place for his empty space. That's all I was. But I read his love in braille. Just when I would start to feel it, then he would bail. How I found depth in his emptiness eludes me, but then again, the way I invest my heart in empty stocks always screws me. He was the beginning of my self-destruction, and I was the end. Rebuilt myself with tears for ink, paper, and a fucking pen. So now I no longer care for lost boys in search of Neverland within my walls who saunter over with empty swagger, hoping I'll trip over their balls. No longer fall for false pleasantries and evil niceties in quest of feeling the warmth of my titties. I am over basic compliments and fragile efforts to sit on the throne that is within me. I am not their mother. I refuse to nurture the gaps in their foundation, will no longer pour my healing to calm their frustrations. No more will my tears be the source of their hydration. In hopes of an honorable mention of their love in my life? No, thank you. So please, please don't call me when your day has ended. If you're hoping I'll come crawling and end up on knees bended when all you have left to give is an empty space in your bed, because that's the one place I wouldn't be caught dead.
You better let
You
them
bet.
know. Let them know.
All right, all right.
Mark,
She's
there she.
Says you read his
I would-
love like Braille.
Mm.
What?
Pen is crazy on this.
Ooh,
definitely.
okay.
Yes.
I have a question for Bay. Did I say your name correctly?
You could just say Bo.
Bo?
Yeah, like Bo, like a
He
like a
trying
hair
to call
bow.
you
Bo
back.
tie.
Oh, like Bo. I thought like
He
Bo,
trying to
like,
call
I'm
you
like,
back.
Watch yourself, girl.
What's up, girl?
What made you decide poetry though?
I'm also a visual artist. I just
Oh,
let it all
okay.
out on paper
Okay.
somehow.
Right.
Magically.
But like I said, my brother was really big into poetry when I was like a teenager, and I used to go to his shows all the time and watch people up on the stage, and I was like, man, that looks like really liberating. So I started doing it too. So I guess you could say I was trying to be like my big brother.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Each one teach one. You know what I'm saying? Inspiration is the motivation, and vice versa.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, do you do pieces behind music also, or is you just
Um,
acapella?
I've never really tried. I always like when I think about it, I'm like, oh, they're gonna think I'm trying to be a rapper, and it's like, no.
Right.
No, actually,
So that
poetry. I mean, rap, hip hop, and all that is actually poetry in motion.
that's
So,
true. But I don't know. I guess I've never really experimented with it, but it's definitely something that I'm interested in. I've
okay. My next question is: when you write your pieces, right?
mhm.
What like inspire you? Like, how do you know how to pick up on the lines and lay the words together? You know, the layout.
So I have what I call the random line collection, right?
Okay. Hmm.
So you know how like you'll be doing regular everyday stuff and like some fire bar will like pop into your head and you're like, dang, I can't like I don't want to miss that. So I
Right.
Right.
usually write them down or I type them in the document in my phone and I give myself like a writing day a week. And I
Okay.
spend 2 hours like going through the random line collection and building poems from that.
Got you.
That's
Okay.
Mhm.
dope. I love that idea.
Yeah, that is
That's
one.
definitely a good idea.
Okay. Okay.
Inspiration spark is just whatever it was in the moment that goes on
Yeah.
paper.
Right.
Okay.
That's
Now, also, sorry,
It's
just
okay.
right fresh on my head when I. Do you feel that art imitates life or life imitates art? Like,
I feel
what's
like
your?
it's the chicken and egg solution, like
Yeah.
situation. It's like you can't have one without the other. So
Okay.
they both like had to have
Hand in hand.
existed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Totally agree.
All right. That's what's up. Thank you for that. You know what I mean? I
No,
just had to jump out the window with no parachute on it. You know what I mean?
it's okay. I
Well, you
caught
know
you.
that she is my co-host. We host together, so she got my back, I got hers, but we throw it out there.
Right.
Thank you very much, Queen Simmons.
Okay.
Back to you.
All right. And I'm going to throw it back to you for another piece.
What we doing? The boomerang?
I guess so.
I ain't know Eddie Murphy now.
Oh,
I
wait.
mean,
Wait. No, I'm sorry. I'm forgetting the way that the Danielle leaving made it. Okay. It's supposed to be me next, I guess. Okay.
yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
Mm.
Okay. This piece I've been playing with, it's called The Heart of the Matter. I broke up with my dealer today. They say that's the first step to recovery. The other step is uncovering where the beast discovered me so that he might be slayed before he smothers me. So I broke up with my dealer today. But you need me, she say. We had a deal. I feed you, you feed me. Are you for real? I'll swallow all my pride like a bitter pill and say, for real, it's time for me to heal. But what about the need I feed, the way I turn your pain to bees? I let you be too numb to grieve. I gave you a space to breathe. Please. I never wanted to be addicted to you. This is bordering on abuse. I'm too used to you protecting me, all the while neglecting me. It's time that I invest in me. Maybe, just maybe, I'll look out past these clouds and find the best in me. I'm tired of thinking less of me, so I am erasing you, removing all the residue. I know this is what we're used to. I'm just letting you know I'm through with you, and I want you to deny me too. Should I ever find me weak enough to return to you? Look me over like a thumbnail moon basking in a placid sky. You needn't ever wonder why. Reject me like a passerby. I broke up with my dealer today, so I've gotten past our little exchange of temporary pleasures for permanent pain, an estrangement of strength, a become I became the queen simp, choked to a strangle on my own ill intentions against myself. I come to you because I thought I didn't have anyone else. Enveloped in the shame of seeing the state of me as a living being, I needed this grievance. It helped me to stay when I thought all my chances had floated away. But I broke up with my dealer today. The the distributor of this silent killer called Toxic Love. And that's that piece.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Very nice.
Very
Very
nice.
Thank you. All right, Nicole, it's your turn.
All right. So it seemed like when everybody does their poems, sometimes it takes me on a different path. So I'm gonna do this one, and it's called My Weakness. My weakness. My family told me to leave you alone. They said you were so bad for me. I once tried to turn my back on you and just walk away. That's when I would hear you calling my name. You had that thing that always lured me back to you. Just looking at you, I could remember your sweet taste on my lips. The taste of you that lingered and had me anticipating the next encounter with you. I hate to say it, but I think I'm addicted to you. Time of day never matters with you. You always seem to be within an arm's reach. I know I can count on you to give me just what I need. Some days you can be a little salty though, but I still crave you. I always want more and more of you. I know you're no good for me. I guess you're my bad habit that I don't want to break. And no, I'm not dumb or the least bit gullible. I know you spread yourself around. But as long as you're giving me what I need, I'm not concerned about anyone else. My friends say that since you've been in my life, I don't look the same. They say I've let myself go, talking about how I'm always surrounding myself around you. I really don't care what they say. I know that I can turn to you every time when I need comfort. I gotta have you. You're so much more than what they may call you. No good, trash. You're my go-to. You're my whenever treat. You are my snacks. In peace.
So cute.
Right.
Thank
I like
you
that.
so
Nicole.
much. I love that. Do we have time for another round?
Yeah. Let's see
Okay. All right. So we're going to swing back over to you and squeeze
Yeah.
a few more in.
All right. This is a piece I titled If You Only Knew. What if I showed you some things outside of the norm? Would you travel places and have yourself reborn? Make a day every week with a newfound joy? Let's play around with life and share moments to explore. You're definitely a type that I like. Hey, what's up? Can I show you some love that I carry inside of a cup? Have some of my energy that is from the enemy. Protect your innocent frequency when a king deliver thee. Prayers for us on the cusp. That's in between. I enjoy a special queen that do a thing. Know what I mean? May we trust and believe in who we are to one another. Bond through communication, grab the world by its umbrella. If you allow me to touch a part of you that is sacred, I'm not speaking of your bare physical that part you are faced with. The essence of you that make you beautiful and truthful. Pleasurable time is suitable. If you mind me, stay close to. And that's that piece, King. This piece was coming from this book, King Atterbury Inc. Part 2. I mean, it ain't nothing. So,
All right now. Okay.
thank you. I appreciate that.
Congratulations. All right. All right, Boo. I know we only promised that I only asked you for an hour of your time. Do you have a time to give us one more?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
This one is called I Told You Her Story. I told him, let me be in love with you for a little while longer. See, maybe if I hold on tight, you'll hold on stronger. But he let go and I fell. He let go and I shattered. In the end, my grip didn't even matter. I told him I'd never had my heart broken by a boy. Because I don't give it freely, real blunt, real honest. I don't at all play coy. He smiles like he got it. had a look in his eye, like he was determined to love me, but that was a fucking lie. But I fell for the bullshit, man. I was 10 toes down. I was 10 toes down, but he had no balance. I was 10 toes down, but he wasn't up for the challenge. Because I was 10 toes down on undeclared status. It was all a fucking fantasy. And he walked away as my 10 toes shattered me, and all those broken pieces couldn't seem to balance me. But healing comes with time, you see. I love mosaics. They are proof that beauty can come from broken pieces, and broken does not mean that your value decreases. I'm so tired of writing stories where she is lost without love, where her existence wanes in his absence, where her head drowns in self-murderous thoughts, where she flirts with fantasy and ignores reality, doing lines of stardust with her head in the clouds. Baby girl, you've got too much soul, too much to drown in your head, too much mind to die for your heart. Darling, there's so much more to you than your back on a bed. More to you than a book that you've read, a play that you've seen, or whatever else the world said. Who the hell said they had a say? You see, there's more to life than your heart in a hand, because human hands are clumsy anyway. I'm so tired of writing blank walls and landscapes where she's mentally planning escapes, where she's constantly running away from feelings and people that said they would stay, drowning in emotions and floating to the surface, using their lies to fill in the blank space. Sweetie, I promise that there's more to this. More than floating and barely breathing, more than drinking but still thirsting. Breathe. Breathe, my love. For this is not your end. This is a chapter, not your story. And don't confuse a page with a chapter. And if you stay strong, I promise you find joy after. If you stay strong, I promise you find joy after.
You know what? You know what?
Okay.
Oh my God. It's like, oh, okay.
You got it.
You brought it. You brought
You
it, bro.
too.
You
Oh my
brought it.
gosh. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was beautiful.
Definitely was one of
10 toes down, but he had no balance.
them.
Okay?
Woo! All right. Okay. I was going to do a sappy piece, but I don't even want to do that no more.
Now, throw you off.
Because I know that. All right.
Go for what you know.
All right. Sorry, I'm just pulling it up. I'm going to do one of my favorites. Bitter bitch. Bitter bitch therapy. This bitter bitch is tired of sitting idly by in silence. While you run around town with your new girl now, flossing like ungrateful tyrants, you call us bitter and call us bitches. It seems convenient timing because when we held you down and propped up your crown, you claimed we were putting our time in. We were cheated on and beated on while you grew from boys to men, and now she's just some crazy bitch, and you singing we can't be friends, okay? Here's a memo, a newfound credo. I'm going to call it a bitter bitch bulletin. It's time you start to look within. Watch your face until you smile again. Understand that this is not the end. You were once a promise to yourself before you gave yourself to him. You gave him things that you shouldn't have until you got sick of it. You finally gave up. Now you both fed up. Got you running around spewing bitter shit. Running around town giving undeserving men something he can feel. A foolish plight because you're treating your heart like you don't deserve to heal, and that's real. You're treating yourself like you don't deserve to heal. Repeating the cycle, head in the fan, don't know whether to cry or to swoon because your respect is in the basement and your toes are aiming at the moon. Quit banking on some swerve of the hip. Know that looks are all but borrowed. Check how the cipher goes. They'll be calling you a bad bitch today, but they'll be calling you a bitter bitch tomorrow. So to his boys, I'm not your sister. And to his girl, I'm not your threat. Instead of joining Team Bitter Bitch, you best see where his head is at. Making promises and losing your identity. Throwing yourself on the blade of a toxic relationship, becoming your own worst enemy. Accidentally catching your face in the mirror. catching yourself in the mirror, face screwed up in the scowl because that wasn't happy and this isn't safe. So you're wondering what to do now. They call you bitter bitch, a vapid witch. You've been demonized and fondled with, but that's not even the tragic shit. The tragedy isn't accepting it. You weren't meant to be amiable. You taught him how to check his ego, place the priority on fostering his dreams, even if it meant letting yours go. Built his dynasty, crying blood, you see, with an arch back on all fours. You're a masterful architect of men. Now it's time to build on yours. Quit banking on some swerve of the hip. Quit sitting back bitter, talking shit about how he gave you too much. Stop treating your past like it was your last. He was the rough draft now for the final cut. Get off your knees, bucking for love. You're not a beggar in the least. Peel out of your self-pity bit and embrace your inner beast. She's neither bitter nor a bitch. She's a force for them to reckon with. Instead of being his worst mistake, be the woman he was born to miss. And that's my piece.
Let
Thank
them
you.
know. Let know.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right,
So it's a
thank
dope
you.
piece when you spit that. You know what I mean?
Thank,
Love
thank
it.
you.
Word up.
That's one of my
Thank you.
favorites.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No
All
doubt.
right. All right, Nicole, you're going to close us out with a final piece.
All right, I'm going to close you out with this one. It's untitled. As I remember the events of yesterday, I noticed how my last 5 heartbeats were beyond erratic. Squirming in my chair as if I was listening to Eddie King Jr. belting out that note on stage. Not only was I brought to my highest peak of ecstasy, having me slumped over like ladies singing the blues, the session had my heart racing and speeding down a winding hill with no brakes, mahogany. I think a tear might have fell when I thought of the embrace we experienced just before collapsing and moving to our separate corners. Then the middle sound of the bell rang for round 2 when I began to brush against you. Sunlight set on you and you were looking all thirsty for another taste. It was calling you just like it did Pookie, but you wanted to act like a new jack pretending to be hard. It did not matter. It was the height of the summer, sweating and panting as our bodies collided. I even thought I heard myself saying, "Ooh, Mookie," instead of his name. Thankfully, he was too into concentrating on the exact stroke to hit the right spot to really set it off, all the while making it more better. He looked at me and saw that sparkle in my eye, and he knew he had me. In my mind, I kept thinking of the tune, "What can I do with this feeling?" And that was the moment I knew I was hooked on his love, or rather his loving. Meanwhile, I was trying to give him something he could feel. But soon, months would go by, and this guy was just offering me a piece of his love until eventually he was saying, "Goodbye, love." Not trying to accept what he was saying, I continued to ask, "Is this the end?" With his actions, not always his words, said, "You're not my kind of girl." In peace.
Love that.
All right, Nicole.
At first, I thought you were going, I'm like, "Ooh, Nicole? Nicole?" But then
Yeah, I thought so too. I was gonna say,
yeah.
Like, what's in
Nicole?
that?
She come over to the fun side? No.
I know, right?
ain't the fun
That's
side, it's the
beautiful.
landslide.
The movie titles, though, I definitely loved it. I definitely loved that piece.
True indeed.
Well,
Thank you.
Bo and Nicole, you already know, but Bo, definitely I want to let you know you are always welcome. And if you can talk your brother into coming through, you are always welcome to come. We're here every Tuesday night. And
Yeah.
I'd love to hear you back.
How can we
All
reach
right.
you? How can we reach you?
That is another good question. Thank you, Nicole.
How can you what?
Reach you. So what?
Oh, I guess Instagram.
Okay.
Call me. My name on Instagram is Call Me Bo, because I just tell everyone to call me Bo.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can follow me, King Atterbury, on there.
Yeah.
King Atterbury.
Give me the Instagram. Let me add y'all right now.
Okay.
King Atterbury Inc. You know, there's always 2 of me.
You know where to find me in your comments, fangirling.
Can you spell that? King?
KING
Mm-hmm.
ATTERBERRY.
Oh, ink.
Either one. This is both of them. Both of them is me. King Atterbury or King Atterbury Inc.
All right.
There's only one of me.
All right.
I'm
Wow.
trying to find you, but mine is Clemson Poodle 97 on Instagram. I'm also
You said
on
pimps and poodles?
Clemson, CLE.
Oh, I was about to say pimps and poodles.
Pimping them.
Pimps and Poodles.
Pimping them.
Yeah, funny.
Clemson Poodle 97, CLEMSONPOODLE 97. I think I found you just now.
Thank you for joining us, Darren. I
Yeah, no
appreciate all
doubt.
your feedback. Thank
All right.
No
you.
doubt, fam.
Thank
Word up.
you.
All right. And thank you both so much. Again, you're always welcome. You, your
Thank
brother,
you, Bo.
any other artist.
Just
We
hit
love
me
you
up,
here.
Bo.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And
so happy
we'll
to
schedule
be
you out. You know what I mean?
Huh?
All right.
I said, just hit me up. We'll schedule you out. You know what I mean?
All
So,
right, cool.
All right.
no doubt.
Thank you so much. And Nicole, it's always, always, always a pleasure to have
Two
you on
facts.
board with us.
Likewise.
King, you're okay, I think. No,
Yeah,
I'm just
you all right
playing.
too.
I love
When
you.
I see you,
We'll let him hang around.
look,
Right.
I'll see you next week and when you know what I'm saying? Like somewhere
Oh.
else, another land.
Well, let's talk in Poetry Corner family. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate your comments and feedback. And again, join us here next week on Tuesday at 8 p.m.
Good night.